Ferrari Sebastian Vettel finally managed to get a decent result by finishing 7th at the Spanish Grand Prix and ahead of his teammate Charles Leclerc, who recorded a DNF. However, prior to that, the results suggested that Vettel was lagging quite a bit behind Leclerc in terms of performance, and there were allegations that Ferrari have been working against Vettel. Team principal Mattia Binotto has now responded to these claims. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World is Ferrari sabotaging Vettel. Binotto responds. Binotto began by addressing the allegations directly. My answer is very simple. That's completely wrong. He then explained why Vettel is still a crucial part of the team. First, because we need Sebastian and his talent. We need him for our success. To get more points in the World Championship for constructors, we need 2 successful drivers. Binotto then added that they haven't been able to pinpoint Vettel's issues with the car. I don't think there's a direct explanation for it. If there was, we'd have done something about it. He signed off by reiterating the relationship between Vettel and the team is quite positive and nothing like what has been painted in the media. Sebastian had and has the full support of Ferrari. I understand now that in Germany much has been written about alleged tensions between him and us, but this is all total nonsense. Although everyone knows that this is his last season, he behaves completely decent. The atmosphere here is positive despite the difficult situation. Sebastian Vettel himself gave his thoughts on this as well. For my part, it's no different than normal. Fast feed! Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko feels that the tirade on the team radio by Red Bull's Max Verstappen was just the temperament that sometimes gets away with Max. It's just stupid when it's all on air. Max Verstappen, meanwhile, added that they tried some things with the switches. Because of that, he had the feeling he had less power, but what they tried worked. He also explained that his frustrations over the team radio came after they figured out they weren't listening to him regarding the life left in the tyres. He further added that there are still areas where they can do better work, but the car is definitely getting better. That's good. Red Bull's team principal Christian Horner pointed out that Max is 22 years old and Lewis is 36 years old, and that they are in very different phases of their careers. He is, however, hopeful that we'll see them compete against each other in the next Grand Prix, as it would be good for Formula 1. Sebastian Vettel thinks that the Spanish Grand Prix result was okay, but he's still struggling a lot with the car, and that there is still a lot of work to be done. His teammate Charles Leclerc feels that his race was over when the engine turned itself off and thinks it's a shame as he had a good chance to cross the finish line in 6th or 7th place. Red Bull's Alex Albon reflected on his race and felt that every stint that he did, he ran out of tyres after 6 or 7 laps. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff thinks his driver Lewis Hamilton is driving at an unprecedented high level. He has everything under control. He also pointed out that even though his other driver, Valtteri Bottas, lost some time at the start, that wasn't the reason he couldn't catch up with Verstappen. The softs didn't work as expected. Former Bridgestone personnel Kees van der Grin has nothing against Pirelli, but feels that the power of the tyre supplier is far too great when it comes to the race results. Lewis Hamilton has reiterated that there are almost 2,000 people on the team, or something like that. It's not just one person, one individual. So no, Wolff's decision regarding his future won't determine whether Lewis stays at Mercedes or not. And there are rumours circulating that Sebastian Vettel will announce a new deal with Racing Point at Spa towards the end of this month. Do the tyres currently dictate the outcome of the races too much? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.